Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to look at question 50 of Paper 1 SPM Physics 2016. So let's take a look at the question together. A patient complained to the doctor that he suffered hair loss, fatigue, and nausea. He worked in the factory for 3 years and had a handicapped child. The doctor suspected that he had leukemia caused by the negative effect of radiation. Which classification is correct about the negative effects of radiation on the patient? So, they are asking for the classification that is correct for the negative effects of radiation. So in this case, they are referring to somatic effects and the genetic effects. So before we continue, let's define both of these things. Now, when someone refers to a genetic effect, it's usually the effect that is only visible or prominent within the descendants. Okay, one example of genetic effect is, for example, Down syndrome. So when we talk about genetic effect, right? Let's say you have this person over here. He is exposed to a lot of radiation, but he looks fine. But when he has a partner, okay, let's say this is the wife. Okay, so they have children together, and the children has Down syndrome. So this is what we refer to as genetic effect, in the sense that the genetic material in the father's reproductive cells is being modified, is being altered. So when the child is created or is born, the genetic material in the child is also deformed. So this is what we refer to as genetic effect. So usually genetic effect does not expose to the father while the father is being exposed to radiation, but there's nothing happening to him. But something will happen to his descendants or to his further generations. So this is what we mean by genetic effect. When we refer to somatic effect, it refers directly to the person that's being exposed. So in this case, if we were to refer to the same person, the father, if let's say he's exposed to radiation, he might experience things like hair loss, okay, fatigue, nausea, all these things. So basically, somatic effect is directly linked to the person exposed, whereas genetic effect is only linked to the descendants of the person exposed. Okay, remember that. So genetic is for the descendants, somatic is for the person himself. Okay, so somatic and genetic. So the way you want to answer is to determine whether the somatic is the one that's affecting the person, or genetic is the one affecting the descendants. So for genetic, we can actually see that the most obvious answer is handicapped child, because it's referring to the descendants of the person being exposed to the radiation. Okay, so with that said, actually all these three over here, fatigue and nausea, leukemia and hair loss, these are all somatic effects. So these are effects that happens on the person exposed to the radiation, not the descendants. So with that said, A, B, and C is incorrect, so the answer is D, whereby the hair loss effect occurs to in this case is the patient. Okay, it occurs to the patient, while the genetic effect occurs to the child of the patient. So the answer would be D. Thank you for watching.